Hi, I'm Rae Cumbie of FitforArtPatterns, and I'm delighted to welcome you to this series of adjustments, fitting adjustments to the pattern of your Tabula Rasa knit, tee, and tunic from FitforArtPatterns. At FitforArt, we are devoted to helping you get a good fit, and if you need a petite adjustment, as you're going to see in this video, it's pretty easy and straightforward with my step-by-step directions. You'll be altering several pattern pieces, so you'll want to have your patterns cut out in your size before you get started. Pattern work is essential to having a good tool to make knit tops, and we think our knit top is a terrific one to make over and over again using our different styling options in our variations, as well as basic patterns that will serve you in all elements of your wardrobe building process. Follow along this video as I show you how to do a petite adjustment if you find that you have too much space in the bust and shoulder area, and if your sleeve is a little loose. It's not hard, but it will shape up your pattern for a completely improved fit. Here we go.
Okay. Hi, we're going to look at the pattern work for the petite adjustment in the Tabula Rasa knit. And I've shown you that we use that adjustment when you have too much between the shoulders and sort of the bust line or down to the waist. If it's too long on you in that area, you would do this petite adjustment. And the way the petite adjustment is made is we take a small amount, however much you need to bring the top up. Often it's a 1/4 inch, maybe 3/8, off of each shoulder, the front shoulder and the back shoulder evenly. And then we also take it out the center of the sleeve. The square armhole sleeve is a little different than adjusting a regular set-in sleeve, and so the way we're going to do it today is just down the center of the sleeve, and I'll show you that in a few minutes. But we're going to presume that you need to have a 3/8 inch round 3/8 inch petite adjustment, and I'm actually going to pull these two pattern pieces down a little bit so I can reach them a little better. And so I'm actually going to mark here using my 1/8 inch increment marker the 3/8, so I get a nice straight line. And then I'm going to connect those dots to get my new shoulder line that reflects the need for the petite adjustment, and I'm going to move that notch down so that the notch is still in the place for the medium. I have the medium size pattern cut out here, and I have created a new shoulder, and now we're going to do the same adjustment here on the front, and I'm going to mark that 3/8 inch down, 3/8 inch down. You might want to label your pattern when you're finished and just say petite adjustment done May 2020, so that you remember what it was that you did on the pattern. That will help you when you start putting templates on the pattern to know that you maybe will need to go down a size or adjust the template in the same way that you have adjusted the pattern. Okay, so we're going to trim this off here. Just right there along our line, and then we're going to trim off the back as well so that we have our shortened front and back. And now I'm going to move these here so you can see visually the pattern work that has to be done to the sleeve. And I did just knock off that pattern, so let me come down here and retrieve it. And here we have the back. So they're going to connect together here like this, as a normal shoulder would. And then the sleeve sits right here in that connected shoulder seam. And that is why the sleeve also needs to be adjusted. So you'd have your shoulder seam connecting, and the sleeve then also needs to be adjusted. So we're going to take the sleeve and we're going to use the grain line that's already on here. Okay, I'm going to unfold it completely to make the adjustment along the whole sleeve. Generally, if you need the petite adjustment, you will have too much sleeve also. The fullness of the sleeve, it won't be egregious, but it will definitely be more fullness than you need. So we're going to just fold along that line. You could cut along it too and lap it over itself, but the folding also works, whichever pattern adjustment technique you prefer. I kind of like to fold, and then we're going to fold out 3/8 of an inch, and I'm going to measure here and make sure we're spot on, and we are. So by folding it like this, you're taking the amount out twice, which is what you need to do because you took the shoulders out twice, right? We're going to check here, and that is in fact 3/8 also. And I'm going to just pull this up here a little further so we can get all the way to the bottom. Okay. And there we have the adjustment, and I'm going to just tape it in. When you tape a pattern, I've said this before, you want to use small pieces of tape. You want them to follow along the line. You want to keep the pattern flat. That's very important. Okay. Alrighty. So here we go. We have our sleeve adjusted now, and we have our shoulders adjusted. So the petite adjustment is complete, and you're ready to cut out your pattern and make your new Tabula Rasa knit top.
Thanks for joining me today and watching this demonstration of putting the petite adjustment on your Tabula Rasa knit tee and tunic pattern. You will find this to be an essential element in helping you get a good fit if you are in fact petite in the upper body. And we know you're going to want to use your Tabula Rasa knit pattern again and again to make both basic knit tees and tunics, and also to make variation patterns, including the one I'm wearing, which is the surplus pattern in the Clever Crossings variation. Happy sewing!